play, but...
You should have said to me I've got a big one indoors. Oh no, not that bank.
Thank you.
It's nice that you can see whether it's any good or not.
Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. I'm not sure what we're going to spend the money on yet, but it will be spent.
I think it probably will be ICT stuff.
Yeah.
Because ICT is so fantastic that you just want more of it for the kids.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the children this morning on the iPads, and they do. I mean, my daughter's got an iPad that I bought her, and I love it, and she loves it.
Well, we were doing it for it, you know,
no, she does.
The other thing, we've got a trampoline like Corpus Day. You know Corpus Day have got that lovely trampoline outside. Kids
So the floor level trampoline, we just had one.
So we need to put in a park and gates.
Yes.
So there's
But we do appreciate all the donations that those three have given us over the years, and that is very much appreciated. You work very hard to raise your money, and we do appreciate it.
Pleasure to be able to help.
well, these days it's getting harder as well, isn't it?
It is,
Reply to Fred for this, which says, we have a new big computer screen. The big screen must stay on. Freddie must not switch the screen off. Freddie can put the board in front of the big screen, but not when someone else is using it. so we have quite a few sets of rules like that, don't we? Right, Fred? What are you doing now? In the same way that this is a touch screen as well.
In a bit.
So we can use it with the keyboard, with the mouse. Fred, do you want to sit here a second? Let's just see if we can. Or better still. Better still. Can you sit here? We're going to use you as a demonstration. Yes, Fred? You won't need those. Just sit down. Okay. Right, let me find. Where is it? It's in there. And it's down here. Right, do you fancy doing a bit of reading? Put that in your pocket then. I might have to bribe you. You're a bit close, aren't you? I didn't realise quite where I'd say. Right, hang on a minute. Right. What does that say?
Beta.
Hmm?
Beta. Measurement.
Measurement, well done. Touch the screen.
Tall and short.
Good, and again.
Tall tree. Tall building.
Good.
Tall to run.
Good.
Short tree.
Very good.
Short building.
Well done. Keep going.
Short dog. Tall and short. Short and tall.
You've been practicing, haven't you?
too easy.
We had to do this for half a term, so it wasn't that good. So well done, young man.
Very
There you
good.
go, have that one. Right, listen, that was really good. What Fred gets, which perhaps some of the other students don't, is that he only touches the screen when he wants it to move on. So where rather than where if he was reading that on paper, he would probably touch it across on the paper for each word. He was avoiding touching it with his finger, which was I didn't know whether he would manage that. Right, I'm going to borrow Jay as well in a second. Is Jay?
Just going to wipe his hands.
Okay. Jay isn't always keen on crowds, but I think we might try this anyway. See if I can find it. Where is it, Tim? It's in there. As with all computers, it's always the time in between that's sometimes a bit frustrating. Hello! Cool. Right, before I do this, let me grab some colour symbols. I should have got these ready, shouldn't I? Because you'll need some colours to match. What we've been working on a little while ago was some colour work with Jay. And one of the programmes involves making a choice of the colour. Now it does say, it asks you which colour.
Red.
So it tells you which colour to find. But Jay isn't always that good with his Thank you. with his verbal instructions, and sometimes gets a bit haphazard. But, right, looking for blue. Good work, well done. Sit round a bit. In fact, that's it. Sometimes we'll put a desk across in front just to prevent some work, some accidental touching. Listening? Good lad. Well done. I think you got there before I did. Ready? Good work. Well done. What's next? Orange. Right, that's one I've got. Oh, no, that's not there. You ready? Good work. Yes. I wasn't sure whether you'd like the crowd, but you're alright, aren't you? That's because you're not listening. That's cheating. That's cheating. Just going for any old one. There is always that option of just, I think it's worked through in the set now. Good. Of pot luck, obviously, particularly if there's only a 1 in 2 choice.
Is the music and the pattern, that's the kind of reward for getting it
That's
right?
the reward for getting it right. If you choose the wrong one, you just get nothing at all.
Right.
So some programs, they'll go, you'll press it and it'll go, and some people think, that's quite nice. Quite nice noise, I like that one. So actually it doesn't motivate them to choose the right one. So we like this program because it gives them nothing at all.
Right.
Only when they get it right, they being you, sorry, only when you get it right. Yes! Did you get the reward? Well done. Now, it's a slightly more complicated one. This is in a similar program which works with real objects, which I'm not quite so keen on because some a bit later. But maybe you've been hiding your light under a bushel.
Green.
Listening? Good work. Well done. So it's also about. Hello, George. Can you come? Hands down. Hands down. Hands down.
No, don't get down. No. There you go.
Yes. Too many people in here for you to miss out on an opportunity like this. Right. Now you are covered in Marmite, so I don't think we'll let you shake hands with everybody at the moment.
Come on. There you go.
Thank
There
you.
you go. There you go.
Thank you. Let's do something about those hands. Thank you. Well done. And that one. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, George. You do like it. That's good.
I'll do it.
You sure? Yeah. You're going to show us what you like doing as well, are you? Right. What else can we do?
Done.
Jay, let me see what else we can find if we can quit that program. Come on.
You were showing me photos, Tim, of the lads in here, but they were, I don't know whether they were recognising each other or... I don't know what it was that you were showing me.
Yeah, ooh, that was a while ago, wasn't it? When was that?
Couple of weeks.
Right, that was I think that was probably yeah, that is a bit of a problem, isn't it? When I'm trying to do that and you're touching the screen, of course. Not on that one. No, maybe that's on Tuesday as well. Let's just see if it's one of the other programs then, because you can make your own lists. I'm trying to think where that would have been. What we have done, what we also do quite regularly. Jay, hands down. Hands down, thank you. is we'll do photo. Sorry, I can't talk. I can't do two things at once. I'm a mere male. Come on. We'll take photos of the guys doing all sorts of work, and then we'll add symbols to it so that they can work through and see the work that they've been doing. So, if I can find it, it would be. Ooh, let's try this week. Right. So this will be in a similar format to the one that Fred showed you at the start, where we'd work through and simply, Jay, if you touch the screen, and each time they go through, they find a different picture. And on this activity, and on this activity, this was something we used to do on Fridays, where we used to look back on the week and look through the photos. Touch it again. Well done. It's Jay painting, and again, and Fred would read the words, and then either Jay or George would help them look through the symbols, through the photos, and then they would match. They would look at photos of themselves, and then they would keep a record of that and stick that onto some paper so that they kept a, I suppose, like keeping a diary of what they've been doing through the week. Let me find one more thing, which... Would you like to do some demonstrating, George Crowther?
That's what he thinks of that.
Yeah,
Not sure.
Well, we'll see. Right, let's try it. We'll find... I can't think where they are.
First of gin and tonic.
No, they're not. They'll be in there. Right. What should we pick a subject? We'll go for weather. I think we quite like. Oh no, we won't go for sports. The Olympics coming up, we'll go for the sports. No, we don't want the extra. Again. That one. Right. Well done. Do you want to finish there? Apparently not. This way?
Carry on.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Right. This way. This way.
Got a chair.
There's one.
Sit down here.
I know. I'm going to manoeuvre you backwards. That's cheating,
You
isn't
need
it,
the
really?
chair in a bit.
Oops.
Too late.
Spin around. There we go. And ready. Lift you a little. And shuffle forwards. There you go. That's better. Right, waiting. Right. Now,
Look at the screen.
one of the reasons that it needs to be a little bit heavy duty, and that some of the ones around other parts of the school are a bit thinner, are not all our pupils are
Gentle.
terribly gentle or skilled with the sort of fine motor work. So oh my goodness, put some clothes on, young man. That's better. Keep going. Keep going. One more. Gently. And therefore, one of the ideas is that we can use the opportunity to work on that, both in terms of the targeting. So for this is at the very basic end where we would say, let me just try and get activities, picture build with picture menu. That's what we want. Right. So what George would have to do here is any one of those he chooses will come up as the next set of pictures.
Jogging.
So he's going to choose jogging. Gently, well done. And he clearly knows what he has to do. One more. Yeah, not always Mr. Cooperative, are you? One more. Oh, he's got a hat. He's got a dog. And off he goes. Watching, waiting.
Oh, you ate curling.
Go on then.
Curling.
Sort of. It's a game we play in school actually.
How is
It's
it?
one that's curling.
Curling.
That's definitely baseball, all rounders. Interesting.
That's that one.
but where there are, you can change that menu of pictures. You can change it from 9 or 12, however many there were, to as few as 2. And obviously that, if you have got somebody that wants to find a particular one, then obviously they have to look more carefully at where they are. George, you're not quite such a connoisseur of your sports, are you? So you're actually quite happy for most things. Are you going with rugby? Okay. You need to use your hand. Go on then.
That's the audience.
Yeah, so the audience is always far more interesting.
George has fallen on the floor.
That's more common than you think, actually, isn't it? Right, looking round. We'll make this your last one. Keep going. Keep going. I didn't even pay attention to what this was. Keep going. Oh, 2 wheelchairs, right. Could be wheelchair basketball. Keep going. But there's you know, with George, a lot of the work that I do is for the interaction of getting him to be involved in doing something positive, and again with a nice big reaction on there that thank you, is usually quite a motivator for you, isn't it? Keep going. One more. Watching. More interested in me this morning, aren't you? You had enough? I think you've had enough, haven't you?
Yeah, we won't keep you any longer, too.
Right.
That's brilliant.
But yeah, I mean, we use it for group activities at the end of the day, don't we? Where we'll encourage the students to sit and watch one large screen version of usually something that's relatively calming, and we can focus on, you know, kind of end of the day thoughts, or sometimes, as I showed you with the photos earlier, the end of the week activities that would be a reflection on what we've done through the day or through the week, to see if we could remember what's been happening. But it's very much, well, different levels for different students, I guess. Sometimes it's about simply getting a reaction from the screen, so you'd be looking at, if I put my hand on there, wow, this happens, and maybe that'll encourage me to do it again. And whilst that might not be so relevant in this class, but with some of the more profoundly disabled youngsters around the school, that would very much be the case. Oh, well done. Choose another one. That's